Okay, so my opponent brings... They do bring the Donphan, which was a little bit not what I was expecting. They do bring the Garganacl, Gothitelle, Dragapult, Quackavolt, Donphan, and Arboliver. A little bit surprised by this, but our lead is going to be the same regardless. Hopefully I just lead something that doesn't want to stay in, like maybe Donphan, and we can just set up our hazards early. We are fairly speedy, to say the least, on our Gastrodon, so we shouldn't be set up fodder at the very least. But at the same time, we actually outspeed everything that's not max speed Gothitelle or Donphan. And then we obviously don't outspeed Quackavolt or Dragapult. That would be, I don't think even Scarf outspeeds Dragapult. But we'll go ahead and lock that in. I think game plan really here is just try and win with either Grimmsnarl or a Spathra. Honestly, even Luxray looks pretty good here. They did bring the Grassy Train. What did they not bring that... You know what, actually? If I get rid of the Gothitelle, I think there's a strong chance of Luxray actually just being able to win this. But at the same time, I'm not gonna count on it. What did they not bring that I was expecting? There's definitely something, but I can't remember this matchup to save my life. So, who really knows? Good luck, have fun to Goldoa. Make sure to check him out. His link is down in the description below. I've already said that in the intro, but I'll say it again. And also, nice Flamigo card. Very much appreciate that. Pretty good drip. Now, it's going to be a Garganacl lead. Honestly, I think that's fine. He can Soul Cure me if he wants. I'm just going to set up hazards. Hopefully he just goes hard into Arboliver. He doesn't, that's sad. But... what's the worst case scenario? He goes for what? I guess Soul Cure maybe is the worst case scenario, but... this is fine for now, right? It's going to do a lot of damage. It will do a lot, yeah. Do I bother even switching this out? My Joy-Con doesn't even work. I mean, it's not too bad for Quack, right? But at the same time, it's not actually built to deal with Quack, so I'll just set up rocks as well. We're going to see the Donphan? Talisman? I'll bother. I don't know why I thought the Donphan had a chance to come in there. Bit of a weird one on my part, but, you know, sometimes you got to predict the unexpected. We do take a fuck ton of damage. What's the matchup looking like? I don't really have great switch-ins to this. I'd be lying if I said I did. So I might just go ahead and click Ice Beam. Or do I set up more hazards? I don't think I set up more hazards. I'm just going to Ice Beam. For very respectable damage, actually. And it's going to be a Harvest set, which is annoying as shit. But he just Leech Seeds. That kind of just works out for me, I'll be honest. Sure, it's going to be a little bit annoying if he does harvest this Citrus back, which you just know that he's going to. Do we die to the combination of Soul Cure plus... No, we don't. Well, I might as... does harvest it. I might as well just go for, what, a Yawn? I could Yawn on this play. I could also just set up another Spike. Like, honestly, Ice Beam is not doing anything for me, and I just go into Cinderace after this anyway. And immediately threaten him out. Gonna Strength Sap that. Sure. You're gonna go up to full no matter what here. No matter what, you're going to full, so... Gastro kind of did its job though. It did set up 2 layers of spikes, it set up some Stealth Rock. Sure, you can Rapid Spin later in the game, but we've got to try and make sure that he just never gets positioned to do that. Cinderace seems like it's a pretty free play here. And this would bring in the Donphan. He may well be EV'd to live here, but I'm just going to click U-turn anyway. If he stays in, he stays in. We are Protean, so we do change to the Bug type and do stab damage, so might not want to stay in. Pyroball should just nuke this as well, right? I feel like you don't stay in. Not this early on in the game at least, but at the same time, I have been proven wrong before. No, he's going to withdraw. Do we see Donphan or Garganacl? Garganacl. That makes a lot of sense. It is going to take hazard damage, and it's going to take this U-turn. Which, realistically, it didn't want to take too much. Yeah, it didn't want to take that at all, really. And it's not Rocky Helmet, so probably leftovers, if I had to assume. We'll find out in a sec, but... Now... I kind of just want to Tera Grass, so I can't be Leech Seeded. I feel like that's just fine. Like, we should just knock out Garganacl from here. I can also Trailblaze. Like, I don't know if Trailblaze will do enough. It depends entirely on what his... Assuming this mon is going to be his Tera, what kind of Tera he is. If he is physically defensive, then he does take this Trailblaze. If he's specially defensive, he does not take this Trailblaze. So, yeah, I'll go for a Trailblaze here. Why not? Maybe Terra Blasting would have been better, because even if he was physically defensive, I don't think he tanked this hit. Just judging off that U-turn damage, I don't think that he is physically defensive. Yeah, he isn't. Awesome. So Garganacl goes down. He was definitely Spadef, like 100% Spadef. And being at +1 speed, he does have to fear what speed tier we are, because we could outspeed Dragapult. And being at +1 speed with the Guts boost, there's not a lot that wants to come in. Not a great deal at all. Could go Dragapult and click Fire Blast. That would actually be fairly free for him, because my Cinderace is the switch in at the moment. Would have obviously, if I had Gastrodon still around, then it made a difference, but... we're going to see Donphan come in, actually. That's interesting. I don't think you're going to be quicker than me, but does Trailblaze actually knock you out? Donphan... Offensive... Utility. Tera Blast definitely will. Unless you're like fully Fizz Death. Which you are not. Luxray gets 2. This is why Open Terror is a bit of a problem. I'll be honest, it's definitely a bit of a problem. You do be lacking in Cinderace switch-ins now. Yeah, in comes Dragapult. I will just hard switch, I think, into my Grimmsnarl. I think that's the best play for me. Like, as long as he doesn't get speed boosts, then we should be alright. But he can definitely try and set up here. I have got the Taunt. A Dragon Darts, okay. So it's physical. And I will just click sub. Shout out to my Grimmsnarl name not going through, for whatever reason. Have you got Steel Wing? Might have Steel Wing. Talisman. This is fine, we're behind a sub. And we will be quicker. Like, there's no way we aren't quicker here. And I will Spirit Break once to lower its special attack. You've got to assume that this thing is strong enough to be able to break this sub. So I think Spirit Breaking first is the better play, because we lower the special attack. You could Hyper Voice me through my sub as well, but I didn't think about that one. But I think he'd probably Grass Move and Earth Power if he's got 2 attacks. How much is the Spirit Break going to do? We aren't very attack invested at all. It does very, very little. But we are quite Spadef on our Grimmsnarl. So, of course that pops. This is an Arboliver. I forgot the name of this mon. I've not seen it a lot. He sets up a Reflect. Okay, so we've seen What, reflect? I mean, I could have taunted there. Reflect, strength sap, light screen. Insert final move, but I'm going to click bulk up. You're at -1 special attack. Chance you break the sub with Giga Drain if you're max special attack. Earth Power, that will certainly not break my sub. Earth Power 2 would. If he's at -2, 2 still would. So I will just bulk up again. There's a good chance that Grimmsnarl can just win from here, but I'm not going to count on it. Because what has he got left? He's got this Arboliver. I think his play is to try and break my sub and force me to sub and then crit, effectively. Right, these two. Does this break my sub? It does. Okay. So if you're on no attack investment, if I Spirit Break again behind this next sub, then I think I should be pretty good. I always sub here, there's no reason not to. What's the other one that he's got? It's Quaquaval, Dragapult, Arboliver, and something. My brain is currently just not doing the thing, it's just not. But we're looking good. Grimmsnarl do be putting in the work. Luxray put in the work. Luxray put in big work. He's going to withdraw. Oh, you can see Dragapult. Pure water. This was the other thing. Maybe? No? Duck. Okay, duck. And I'm going to make the assumption this is also going to be bulk up, and it's going to be quicker than me. And his plan is now to try and bulk up past my bulk ups. So I will just taunt this. We don't see lefties. Interesting. Regardless, players to taunt. Players to taunt. We haven't shown it yet. I don't want him bulking up in front of me. Right. When you haven't got any music on, you can just hear Quaquaval's toes flapping about. You know, that was actually a spot-on impression. I hope the mic picked that up, because that was genuinely spot-on. He just goes for the Aqua Step. Will this break my sub? It will break my sub, okay. So if I'm at +2... Whack. Right, is that banded? Banded damage, maybe? I'm at +2 attack as well. Aqua Step. He's got to be adamant? Boosting item? Probably boosting item. Probably banded. And a crit would cause me some issues. But he didn't crit. That is definitely banded. 100% that is banded. Sorry, Life Orb. I am completely unobservant. Okay, well, Quack goes down. I mean, I'm not behind a sub currently, which is what you don't want to see. But I don't remember what his last mon was, to whether or not that's an issue. I should have checked. At some point during those turns, I don't know why, I just didn't check. I am definitely an idiot. Okay, so this is what was left. Gothitelle. Okay. Well, it's going to take the hazard damage. And I will click sub, just to see what you want to go for. Because I don't think we don't outspeed you at all. But we are now trapped in here. Against our will. You go for a Shadow Ball. Which certainly would not break my sub. Right? Right. And now I just Spirit Break. Because I'm going to make the assumption he just doesn't have anything to hit me. And that he's just trying to weaken me. Are you Specs? By the fact you didn't break the sub, I'm going to make the assumption that no, you are not Specs. You are going to live though. major respect to Gothitelle for that. And yeah, it's just Arboliver that cannot break my sub. And do I want to bulk up and then sub? Is that scummy? It's a little scummy. I'll just Spirit Break. I don't even know if the Shadow Ball actually breaks my sub, I'll be honest. Took damage. Did not break my sub. 3 Shadow Balls did not break my sub. Well, I will have to say that I think Grimmsnarl wins from here, but he could also have Steel Wing and crit me with Steel Wing through my sub with Infiltrator. Entirely possible. But it does look like Grimmsnarl just sweeps this. Luxray clearing out his 2 physically defensive mons early was huge advantage. Tera is broken, even on a Luxray. Especially like when you don't know what the Tera is, I think it's just absurd. Like, it's so strong. He's going to take the hazards again on this. Did it get a Citrus? It did get a Citrus. Has the Reflect been up this entire time? I don't actually know, I've not been paying attention to that. But yeah, we'll just, I'm going to assume the Reflect is no longer up. He will break my sub with Earth Power. I'm not going to be that guy and sub again. Like, I could be that guy. But I don't think I need to be that guy. So I'm not going to be that guy. Just Spirit Break again. And if he just happens to have something on Dragapult that can kill me, then so be it. But it looks like this is a 5-0 win, if I had to assume. To be fair, Grimmsnarl was just unfair in this matchup. Like, genuinely, it was so good. He didn't have a Steel type, if I remember rightly. And I don't think he had a Fire type. Acrobatics does about 2. And Spirit Break will be able to pick up the final KO. So after last week, where we absolutely fluked a win after throwing the endgame against Shay, we are going to be able to pick up a much more convincing win in week 2. Good game to Goldoa. I think Grimmsnarl's matchup was just too good. Even Luxray was really good in this match. And once Garganacl and Donphan went down, I don't think he ever had anything to try and beat that set. What was that? There was something I was expecting to. I mean, the taunt was for Gothitelle and for Quaquaval, both of which could have set up alongside me. And I mean, in the end, none of that mattered. I could have been any other move in that slot. I could have had a Dark type move or a Drain Punch and been better off, but it is what it is. Good game to Goldoa. Make sure to go check him out. His link will be down in the description below. He has been around forever and makes great content. Very good player as well. And yeah, if you enjoyed the battle, please leave a like, sub, so you don't miss out on the rest of the PAC season. And until the next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.